Here is the truth, the harsh truth about building muscle that you do not want to hear, but I need to tell you because this is often overcomplicated online. Finding new supplements, finding new exercises, finding these little hacks that are going to dramatically speed up your results. Most of it is not actually going to make much of a difference, and that is the sad reality of this. So yes, it's good to have little tweaks that might make a small difference. So things like taking creatine monohydrate might give you a few % benefit in terms of training performance. And then over time, if you're building the weights up quicker, that could actually translate to making a difference. But some magic food that you've seen online that is fat burning is not true. Is a supplement actually going to make 50 times more difference than what you're doing right now? And is there an exercise out there that you are currently not doing as part of your training plan that is going to dramatically see big changes in shape? Probably not. Realistically, any training program adhered to over a good period of time and keeping the exercises consistent and then progressing the weights over time through progressive overload is what is going to get you results. Now, this is going to be combined with things like looking at your sleep, a good diet, and really pushing yourself in those training sessions. But unfortunately, you know, the physiques that you see online are built over more like 5 years rather than 5 weeks or 5 months. So you cannot expect it to happen overnight or to see the dramatic changes in shape. And I think once you get your head around this and accept it, it's a bit easier to just, you know, stick with the process, trust that you're doing the right things, as long as you are tracking that the weight's going up and you're doing what you can to manage your diet. And from there, you can basically be rest assured that basically, as long as you are putting all the effort in that you can control, you're making as quick progress as possible. And this means that you avoid basically jumping ship, getting impatient, and then jumping between training programs. Go, oh, is full body better than push-pull legs? Is upper body, lower body better than push-pull legs? Or should I be doing separate muscle groups every single day? What's the best training split? Am I missing loads of supplements that might make a massive change? What can I be doing to really speed up the results because it's not happening as quick as I can? Try and remove that noise and not overcomplicate things, and let's just go back to what actually is going to work. How can we be sure that we are making as quick progress as possible? How can we be efficient with this? These are the 5 things that are actually going to make a difference. Number 1, following a structured training program. So going into the gym, winging the exercises, changing your exercises all the time is going to really leave you confused and slow down the amount of progress you're going to make. So keeping the consistency on the training program that you're doing, and then making sure, the second thing is that you are applying progressive overload and that you're actually training really hard. So a lot of people leave too many reps in the tank. They're not pushing themselves close enough to failure, not pushing themselves in their training, and you have to be training hard and then progressing the weights over time to make sure you see those changes in shape. Otherwise, your body has no reason to adapt and to change. The third thing that's going to actually make a difference is having enough protein consistently. So if you can get in the habit of having 1 gram per pound of your body weight of protein per day, or 2.2 grams per kilo of your body weight per day, this habit is going to really set you up for seeing dramatic changes in shape. Because if you're not nailing that habit of having protein at each meal, having enough protein to fuel muscle growth, that is going to hold you back. So nailing that habit consistently, super important. Fourth thing is often overlooked in favor of quick fixes like supplements is your sleep. And I know this is not very sexy to hear, but if you can be really consistent with your sleep pattern, and the best thing you can do for this is going to bed at the same time each night and getting up at the same time each morning so that your body clock aligns. If you can get to a good wind down routine before bed, finding a way of relaxing, whether that be reading a book, listening to something, switching off from electronics, finding a way to sleep well consistently is going to dramatically speed up the process of everything, of losing more fat when you're in a calorie deficit, retaining more muscle when you're in a calorie deficit, building muscle faster. If you are sleeping well on a consistent basis, you can train harder, you're more adherent to your diet, you're in a better mood, and you're just more likely to put more effort into everything. So sleep underpins all of this, and you know, searching for the next supplement that's going to speed up results when you're sleeping 5 hours a night is not really going to get you anywhere. That's like worrying about your Wi-Fi connection if your house is burning down, right? You're missing the forest for the trees. So, you know, fix the bigger thing first, basically. The fifth thing that will actually make a difference for you building muscle as fast as you can is diet. And now, I do not think you need to be 100% on it with your diet. It's more smart to think of the 80-20 rule. 80% of your diet as clean foods, protein sources, good carb sources, and trying to have some fruit and veg, drinking plenty of water. If 20% of your food is eating out with friends, family, loved ones, meals off plan, junk food as you will, more processed foods, that's absolutely fine, and that's actually going to make you more adherent in the long term. So it's actually smarter to factor in some meals out, plan ahead for these social events, and actually factor in some food that's not on plan, as they say. So you actually want to factor in some of these foods off plan, make it more likely for you to stick to it in the long term, make it more sustainable for a diet. So you don't have to be perfect with your diet. You need sufficient carbs to fuel your gym training, enough protein that we've spoken about, and then getting some fruit and veg in. Just nail the basics and then build up from there. If you do those 5 things, you are going to build muscle as quickly as you possibly can. And then when you want to look at minor adjustments to training on top of that, when you're nailing those basics, you can then look at switching out exercises here and there, using creatine monohydrate, using whey protein if you're struggling with protein intake, and looking at these little tweaks to perfect your sleep as well. But if you've not got the foundations in place, and you're not even adherent to things like your diet, your sleep, any form of training plan, all of these other things are just noise, and it's overcomplicating the fact that you have to be consistent over a long period of time to see big changes in shape. You know, I'm really sorry to deliver those bad news for you, but that is the reality of building muscle. So I really hope you found that no-nonsense approach to building muscle useful. If you did, drop the video a like, hit that subscribe button if you're new for more simple fat loss and muscle building tips, and I will see you on the next video. Have a fantastic rest of your day.